Once upon a time, in a wealthy Igbo kingdom, there lived a young woman named Amora. She was just a maid, quiet, curvy, respectful, and always in the background. Every morning she swept the palace courtyard before the sun rose. Every evening, she served meals without a sound. Then one rainy night, when the royal family had traveled, Prince Ibube called her into his chambers. He told her she was different. He said, "Your eyes remind me of the stars over Nui." She was young. She believed him. That night, her whole world changed. Weeks later, her belly started to swell. She went to him, quietly, expecting love. Or at least, responsibility. Instead, he looked at her with disgust. "You? Pregnant? You must be mad. You think a palace prince will marry a poorhouse girl?" He called her a liar. A setup. A disgrace. That evening, she was kicked out of the palace like a thief. No one defended her. She left with nothing but a wrapper, a plastic bag, and the life growing inside her. Years passed. The prince married Adiz, a senator's daughter raised in London. She was beautiful, polished, educated. The wedding shook the whole kingdom. But 5 years into the marriage, there was no child. Doctors were confused. Prophets said a delay. Midwives whispered barren. The king, now old and ready to step down, summoned his son. "Our tradition is clear. A prince cannot become a Gui without a male heir." Panic broke out. Because there was no heir. Then, one of the palace guards spoke quietly. "There's a boy in Umoji village. He looks exactly like the prince, and his mother used to work here." The elders sent messengers. They found the child. The resemblance was shocking. A DNA test was done in secret. 99.9% match. The palace shook. The prince had a son. Prince Ibube rushed to the village with gifts, money, and shame in his eyes. He knelt before Amora. "Forgive me. I was foolish. Let's bring our son home. You were never just a maid." She looked at him calmly. "When I carried your blood, I was too poor. Now that the throne needs an heir, I'm suddenly royal." He begged her to marry him. She refused. But she allowed her son to return to the palace, not for the prince, but for the boy's future. "I won't punish my child for your pride," she said. On coronation day, the boy walked beside his grandfather in lion-printed wrappers. Drums echoed through the kingdom. People whispered, "That's the maid's son. He walks like the old king already." Amora stood in the crowd. No title. No jewels. Just dignity. She didn't smile. She didn't cry. She simply watched and whispered to herself. "Once upon a time, they called me a maid. But even broken clay can carry a royal crown, if destiny says so."